Stephen Kiprono struggles to grasp the events of the last 2 years. His life has taken a dive for the worse, but it is his return from jail that has put him on the spotlight. In February 2012, he was arrested and charged with the murder of his wife and mother of their 3 children. It all started with a quarrel over her alleged infidelity.
Katika hali ya kunieleza ni ukweli hiyo mambo amekuwa akifanya hivyo, nikakasirika, kapandwa na mori kidogo, nikachukua ile kijiti, nikamgonga nayo.
In the morning, he would awaken to the news that she had died overnight. Stephen had killed the woman he had fallen in love with only a few years earlier and vowed to cherish forever.
Kitu yenye nilifanya mpaka nikajua labda kuna kitu mbaya imetokea tu ni maaskari ambao niliwaangalia hapo akiingia. Askari mmoja tu ndiye aliniambia, unajua umeua mtu, unajua bibi yako amefariki.
Theirs is a narrative that has become all too familiar in many households. Recent months have seen a flood of reports of spouses turning on each other, sometimes with tragic results.
Chakula
kimepikwa.
Earlier this year, Stephen entered a plea agreement in which he pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of manslaughter. The court was alive to the fact that he had young children to bring up now that their mother was dead. On 24th July 2014, Kericho Judge J.K. Segon set him free with a rider that he would need to undergo traditional Kipsigis cleansing rites. But now it is apparent that the judge's attempt to help the family move on may have failed.
Mimi bana kanyaga kutini. Ilisikia hiyo mtu kusaotolewa. Na sisi nasikia chungu. Kama mtu nakosa kitu mtuma punguza kwao.
The Kericho tragedy is emblematic of a larger crisis facing families as Kenyans mark 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Statistics show that 45% of women between the ages of 15 and 49 in Kenya have experienced either physical or sexual violence, with women and girls accounting for 90% of the gender-based violence cases reported. Most violence towards women is committed by an intimate partner, and 90% of reported perpetrators are men. Kenyans joined the rest of the world on 25th November to mark the start of the 16 days of activism, which end on December 10th. A series of activities are creating awareness about the crisis. At 7, the eldest of Stephen's 3 children understands that her mother will not be coming back. The details of the case are, however, unclear to her. Stephen is now their mother and their father. If he could, he says, he would go back in time to change the events of that day.
Nilikuja tena nikagundua kitu moja kwa ndoa. Ndoa ni kuongea. Ukinyamazia kitu ndio itakuuma sana na itakupatia hasira.
His wish may reflect those of many other families torn apart by such tragic events, but for now, domestic violence continues to weigh heavily on the conscience of the nation. Wilkisa Nyabo, Sunday Live.